Let's shift focus to other news now. Amid Israel's strikes on southern Gaza, the death toll in Gaza has crossed 24,000, according to the Palestinian Health Ministry. Earlier today, the Israeli army said that nearly 50 rockets were fired at southern Israel, adding that they were intercepted near the Gaza border by the Israeli defense system. The Israeli army also announced the death of a soldier in Gaza, bringing the death toll of Israeli soldiers to 189 since October 7th. An IDF statement said that the forces are on the verge of achieving their objectives in southern Gaza and will soon end their offensive in that part of the enclave. Meanwhile, according to the Hamas-controlled health ministry, an overnight wave of Israeli strikes killed at least 78 people in the Gaza Strip. An Israeli strike also hit a residential area in Rafah.
What is their fault? They were having dinner. We want peace, not war. Look at the destruction in the neighborhood. People were bombed by Israeli strikes while having dinner.
In Khan Yunis, the Israeli forces dropped leaflets telling people to evacuate 2 neighborhoods. The UN chief has urged an immediate ceasefire in Gaza, while a United Nations report detailed the catastrophic hunger situation in Gaza. More than 90% of the population is reported to be facing acute food insecurity, and almost all households were skipping meals every day.
There are people starving in areas, and we are not able to give basic food for. The needs are rising faster than we are able to respond. We need to be able to bring in more supplies, and we need safe access to reach people everywhere in Gaza, not just those who are close to the borders. We need a long-lasting ceasefire to stop the suffering.
Israel has responded to the UN chief's appeal, saying the intensive phase of its war in Gaza would end soon. Meanwhile, on Monday, the militant group Hamas released a new video announcing the death of 2 Israeli hostages. It showed a woman hostage, revealing that 2 captive men had been killed. It is not clear when the video was taken. Israel's army called the release of the video a brutal use of innocent hostages by Hamas. Military spokesperson Daniel Hagari rejected the Hamas's claims that the hostages, including Sversky, were killed by Israeli forces. He said, and I quote, "The building in which they were kept was not a target and it was not attacked by any of the Israeli forces." The escalation of Israel-Hamas war has raised the concerns of a spillover in the region. Evidence of this has been the Houthi attacks in the Red Sea at the World Economic Forum meeting in Davos. Qatar's Prime Minister said that the strikes by US and UK will not contain the attacks by Houthis on commercial shipping lanes.
Now we see that there are some retaliations from the US and UK on the Houthis, trying to refrain them from disrupting the international trade, but yet this is also will create a high risk of further escalation and further expansion of that. We always prefer diplomacy over any military resolutions, and we believe that we shouldn't just focus on those small conflicts. We should focus on the main conflict in Gaza, and as soon as it's diffused, I believe everything else will be diffused.